EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. This is fielded at the 27. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And a nice spin into some open field. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Touchdown, Green Bay. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 9-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that think 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play act?
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 7-7, our score after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, it's Rodgers. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On play action, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions. What was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Crosby is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Touchdown! Robert Tunyon from 10 yards out. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Packers 17, Raiders 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Touchdown, Raiders. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Nixon now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. Still going past the 30. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So how... turn of events. They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mac Hollins as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before half for Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Packers 17.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, now Rodgers. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. They'll try the right side with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Throw right side going to be complete to DeGuara. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll find DeGuara complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
What now?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
On 2nd and 7, Carr looking deep for Adams. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 118 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Rolling to his left. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gun check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Jones. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Raiders 28. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Gets this to Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr to throw. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to the running game with Jacobs. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. And someone a little too eager to block this extra point. Henceforth the flag. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the fourth quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Rodgers to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. It's how many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Back to throw, Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is right down the middle. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.